Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick dropping in on you. Hope everybody is off to a great start for this week. I hope that whatever it is that you have planned, whatever it is that you have in your sights, that you are focused, that you are lasered in and ready to go. Now, remember what I always say, no matter where you're at, no matter how it may seem that you're off track, no matter how far behind you may appear, that if you're still breathing, you're still in the fight. Don't give up. Remain focused, remain committed. And it's about the distance you are prepared to go. It's about the challenges you are willing to face and walk down. It's about execution. It's not about some quick fix. It's not about some winning blueprint that changes everything. It's about saying, I started this thing, I'm going to finish this thing, I'm going the distance. Um, Real briefly today, I want to talk to you about the importance of getting out of your own head. So many people do this, and it's almost like a natural processing of ideas and possibilities when we sit up and we consult our past for permission to change our future or to write a brighter future. We tend to consult our past. We tend to look back and retrospect of our previous experiences, and we govern ourselves accordingly. And that's how you consistently live the same reality and the same outcomes and the same results over and over again. Here's the crazy thing. We are designed to do exceptional, extraordinary, and phenomenal things, but we have to get out of our own way. We have to get out of this patterned process of repeating what we've done in the past because we consult our past. What we get is 80% of the people in this world are going to live lives. If they live full lives, they're going to live 75 years of the same year over and over again. Whatever adult time they spend on this planet, they will live the same year over and over again, never really making any true leaps and bounds, never really making any true progression because they are consistently reliving what they've already done, rethinking what they've already done, going through the same processes in evaluation. You cannot consult your past and for the permission to do something different in the future. You can't look in your past for something you've never done. You've got to be able to sit up and say, I trust the process. I trust my design. I trust the designer. I trust that what I can conceive in my mind, it's God's evidence that it's possible for me. And I'm going to step out on faith. I've never done it before, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. This is my year that I'm going to step outside of the confines of what I've always experienced, what I've always done, the results I've always gotten. You've got to get out of it. And this is what you've got to do. The first thing you've got to do is you've got to create an atmosphere of gratitude. You've got to wake up every day with a mindset of gratitude. That the first thing I do every morning when I wake up is I say thank you. Before I move, before I come from underneath the covers, it's thank you. And then after that, it is I am immensely grateful. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for this moment. And in doing that, I am setting the state at which I'm going to engage the day. So it's not about the challenges. It's not about any of the other things that are going on. It's about what I am grateful for. I'm grateful for being alive. I'm grateful for this moment. I'm grateful for this opportunity. Those things are there. If I'm breathing, I'm still in the fight. So there's something to be grateful for. I'm not worried about what went wrong yesterday. I'm not getting up thinking about who did what or what invoice got paid and all these things that come along with being a business owner and being in the field that I'm in and all the challenges that I face on any given day. That's not, I'm waking up and I'm saying thank you. Why? Because gratitude is the gateway to abundance. Gratitude immediately removes anxiety. It removes fear. It removes trepidation. It removes envy, bitterness, jealousy. You cannot be grateful and afraid. You cannot be grateful and angry. You cannot be grateful and envious. You when you reach a point of gratitude, it's a reminder of God's presence in your life. No matter how you personally see God, when you say grateful, it's a reminder of how awesome life is just in its own reality. The fact that all the things that are required for me to be alive are at play today is an awesome thing. The fact that the sun is sitting so many miles away from the earth that creates the perfect environment for us to keep living is remarkably spectacular. And then the fact that all the things that have to happen for me to have my faculties, for me to be healthy enough to get up, to me to be able to think clearly is a remarkable thing, because there's so many people struggling with cognitive disruptions and neurological disruptions that impair their thinking. But I think clearly right now, that's something to be grateful for. And the gratefulness in the gratitude is the gateway to abundance. It opens up all the things that I need to have access to effectively carry out and execute my day. You've got to have gratitude. Number two is you got to change your attitude. You got to shift your attitude. You got to get out of your funk. You got to get out of this, oh, woe is me victim mentality. You got to get out of this, look what they did to me mentality. You got to get out of this, it's never going to work for me mentality. You got to get out of this, it's everybody's fault. What you got to start doing is having some accountability and responsibility for the decisions you make, some accountability and responsibility for the directions you move in, for the people you allow in your circle, for the time you spend throughout your day. You have 86,400 seconds in your day. That 24 hours, a good 8 hours of it is going to be spent sleeping and resting, recuperating, recovering, preparing for another day. So that means you got what, 16 more hours that you got to figure out how you're going to invest in those. Those seconds only are allotted one time. 86,004 seconds. How you invest in them is going to determine the outcome of your life. How are you investing in your time during the day? No, I'm not saying sit down or go to work and grind 16 hours a day. What I'm saying is you've got to be heavily invested. There's no time for wasted moments. There's no time for procrastination. There's no time for us sitting around acting like I can do it tomorrow. What you got to say is today is the day that things change. Today is the day that I'm going to pick up that book. Today is the day that I'm going to take that course. Today is the day that I'm going to go down and get my DBA. Today is the day that I'm going to sit up and start mapping out my business strategy. Today is the day that I'm going to sit up and change my financial direction. Today is the day that I'm going to sit up and embrace who I am so that I can value myself in a way that anybody I allow into my life has to value me equally. I am going to do something today that changes that. You've got to shift your mentality. You got to get out of your funk. You got to stop looking at things from the dark side. You've got to change your perspective. And then finally, you've got to have clarity of vision. You've got to be able to look inside of where you're going and know. The clearer your vision, the more precise your direction and your aim towards the things you need to do. When you have a clear vision, that's why vision boards are so powerful. That's why affirmations are so powerful. That's why meditation is so powerful. That's where your prayer life needs to be centered and focused on where you need to be, where you're headed, so that the revelation that comes from God, the source, comes directly in correspondence to the things you say that you want in this life. Nothing good shall be withheld. Now, it may not happen on your time frame. It may not come when you want it, but what I can tell you is that when you make up in your mind that you're going to do something and you become committed to it and you start to move toward it, that's an act of faith, and God designed the universe to respond to faith in one way. It conspires with you to produce what you're expecting. As you move toward it, the universe brings it towards you. Now, the thing is, faith is neutral. If you start believing bad things happen. If you start believing bad things, you start to move towards bad things without even realizing. God said, Moses, go back and tell them, as they have spoken in my hearing, so shall I do to them. They say they can't, they never will. Matter of fact, they tell them they'll wander in the wilderness for the next, what, 40 years. Why? Because they said they couldn't. Now, if they said they could, the same thing would apply. As you have spoken in my hearing, so shall I do to you. Eliphaz told Job, man, you don't realize the power that you got. You shall declare a thing and it shall be established for you, and the light shall shine upon your path so that you shall have great success. You are making the declarations without even realizing. This is your chance to do something remarkable. Don't live your life 40, 50 years of adult life, 60, 70 years of adult life the same year in and year out. You should be progressing. You should be growing. You should be elevating. You should be moving to another level. And this isn't about zeros in your bank account. Yes, you want to grow financially. You want to develop financial, but this is about impact. This is about legacy. This is about the freedom to elevate and touch a world in a way that you never thought possible. You need to leave your imprint. You need to make your presence felt. People need to be blessed because you're alive. That's why you're here. The money will come. When you move in the gift and you open yourself up to serve others, the opportunity to build and grow wealth will come. But what you got to do is be willing to be your best self, to be willing to step behind the narrative of what's impossible and start to search the impossible. To start to search the possibilities. What is possible for me? And start to challenge the idea of what's impossible. That's where great things happen. That's where you get new inventions. That's where you get new ideas. That's where you get new cures. That's where you get new technology. That's where you get new ways to change. And all of these different things is in exploring what people once thought was impossible. I challenge you. It's time to move different. It's time to shift. It's time to change your thinking. It's time to change your attitude. It's time to clarify your vision. And on that note, look, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Inside the description box is a course that I'm so excited about. It's one of my older courses. I keep revamping it. It was once called Crushing Limited Beliefs. It's now called The Mind Unleashed. It's about doing all those things I just said you need to do and more to create the life that you desire. It's basically the blueprint that I use when I work directly with clients, and you can take that course online at your pace. Or there's also a link where you can work with me. And for a limited time, the first 5 people who sign up today, you could get a free upgrade. Whatever choice you choose, whatever package you choose, you get the next level package at no additional charge. That's for the first 5 people who sign up today. I'm about to get out of here. Thank you guys for joining in. Think about what you see and hear here and start to move accordingly, because I promise you, this is a proven strategy. This isn't somebody just talking out of the side of the neck. What I'm telling you is these are the things you have to change. These are the things you have to develop. These are the things that you're going to have to do, and that you can get it done. So on that note, look, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I hope that you are blessed with what you have received. If you believe that you are blessed, if you believe it can be a blessing, share it with other people. If it's on a platform where you can subscribe, because I'm going to consistently come to you and I'm going to challenge you, but I'm going to give you the information and the tips and the advice you need to start the work. So on that note, look, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys take and have a great day.